It's the NFL Address Week 8. I'm here to make you money. That's what the show is all about. We're going to go through every single NFL game on the board. We're going to figure out how to bet it. Are there sides? Are there totals? We're going to start with Thursday's game, Minnesota +3, playing the LA Chargers, a total here of 44.5. And full disclosure, I was on the LA Chargers big against the Indianapolis Colts last week, and I was wrong. I'm going to be on the LA Chargers again this coming Thursday night. Now, I understand they looked horrible last week, especially defensively. I mean, the O-line of Indianapolis ate that team alive. Jonathan Taylor ran all over the Chargers. Do I think that will happen again? I don't think it'll happen as bad, and I do think the Chargers are obviously susceptible to the run. I'm just not concerned about this Minnesota offense. This Minnesota offense is just not looking good. For every great throw that Carson Wentz makes, he makes a great interception pass as well, which will bode well when playing on the LA Chargers. Not only that, but I don't think Minnesota's got a stout running game. They're not some unbelievable running team. I think this Minnesota offense is lacking everywhere right now. Obviously, they have wide receivers, but, well, you got to get them the ball. So the bottom line is I think the Chargers are going to be able to score regardless of how good Minnesota's defense is. And I think Minnesota is going to struggle to keep up. Not only that, but the Chargers played so badly against Indianapolis, they're going to get such a beatdown from their coach. Obviously, Minnesota played bad as well against Philadelphia, but Minnesota offensively just is bad. So the bottom line is here, don't overthink this. I know it's -3. I think the Chargers win this game by 7 to 10 points. Take the LA Chargers -3 on Thursday night. Before we get into the entire Sunday and Monday card, I just want to thank you guys so much for watching the show. This is the 20th year of the NFL Presidential Address. This is the longest running show in WagerTalk's history. This is a show that predates WagerTalk, and a show that I was doing on terrestrial radio 19, 18, 17 years ago. It means the world to still be doing this. I could not be doing this without you guys. Take a second and hit that thumbs up button. Take a minute and write a comment. Tell me who your 3 bets are this week. And also, if you guys have not subscribed to our channel, make sure to do that as well. I do a daily show called The Best Betting Show Ever. That is literally the best betting show ever. It's about a 30-minute show. It goes every day. It's with me, Joe Ranieri, and Art DeCesar. Art DeCesar is an actual bookmaker from one of the most prestigious books in the world, the Westgate. He comes on and he tells us where all the money is. That show is up around noon Eastern, Monday to Friday on WagerTalk TV. It's called The Best Betting Show Ever. Please check that out. Okay, let's get into the Sunday card. Yeah, you get to watch me drink water on air. Go Jays! New York Jets playing the Cincinnati Bengals, and I'm done with the New York Jets. I told you guys last week I thought they would win. They didn't. They were horrible. I did not end up betting that play, but it was a circa release. I am now moving as far away from the New York Jets as possible. Cincinnati -6.5, a total of 44.5. The bottom line here is I think we are sort of past the time of the season. We're past the point in the season where hope is still around for some of these teams. The New York Jets have zero hope. They're probably screaming and yelling at each other in the dressing room. The defense is probably absolutely fed up with the offense. The wide receivers are probably beyond sick of Justin Fields. Everybody is sick of Mr. Capri Pants, Aaron Glenn. There has to be a horrible vibe in that dressing room. And on top of it, their owner has finally decided to say something, which never bodes well because that guy's an idiot. So with that said, we're going to bet the Cincinnati Bengals here, but we're going to bet them carefully. This is a -6.5, guys. This Cincinnati defense sucks. And Joe Flacco is known to play really good and then follow it up with an exceptionally bad game. So I am telling you guys to tread carefully. It is also likely Cincinnati might be my survivor pick. But I don't know if I can fully get my money down on -7 or 6.5. But that's where we're headed as of Tuesday. Houston playing San Fran. However wishy-washy I was on Cincinnati, and I do like the Bengals, I freaking love San Francisco here. Like, are you kidding me? What am I missing in this game? Let's first talk about San Francisco. Okay. They are injured everywhere, and they won last week. They are injured even worse the week before. They won. They have no defense. They hold teams to very few points. They have no offense. They score whenever they want to score. This is the best coached football team in the league on both sides of the ball, bar none. You had Bijan come in from Atlanta into San Fran. People were talking about him being the best player in all of football, the most yards from scrimmage. What did CMC do? Psh, sit down, child. Watch the master. San Fran, no matter who is their quarterback, no matter who is their wide receivers, no matter who's edge rushing, no matter what, is getting it done and getting it done week in, week out. Now they're a +1 dog against a Houston Texans team that's had one good game this year. One. And that was against the Baltimore Ravens, who had nobody playing on their offense. Okay, sure, they beat Tennessee. I don't count that as a good game. One good game this year the Texans have had. And last year, they barely had a good game too. This is strictly a shadow of 2 years ago where CJ was a rookie and all of a sudden took the world by storm and they went to the playoffs. That is not who this Houston Texan team is under any circumstances. They literally should have beat Seattle on Monday night. What was there? 17 turnovers. Sam Darnold scored a touchdown for Houston, and Houston still couldn't stay within 8 against Seattle. San Fran is the play here, guys. And yes, you can hear how excited I am. My money will be on San Fran. Chicago, Baltimore. This one's tough. Baltimore -6.5, -7. We still don't fully know if Lamar is playing, but it seems like the bookmakers do, because there is no chance that this -6.5 exists if Lamar Jackson was not playing. So I'm going to handicap this based on the notion that he is playing, and I'm going to look to take over the total of 50.5. Firstly, hats off to the Chicago Bears. We were on them last week. We won. I think this is an up-and-coming team, a dynamic offense. Caleb is looking good. Their defense is looking fairly decent, like, medium rare, a top mediocre D unit, if you will. Not an elite, but right there. But I don't think I can get to the window with the Bears here. I really don't like the spot for Chicago at all. And if Lamar is coming back, this Baltimore team has to win out if they want to make it to the playoffs. And I think there is a chance, frankly, that they could. With that said, their defense, even though they have gotten back players in the last couple of weeks, still is not a good defense. And offensively, they're going to put up points. They're playing a Chicago team that's mediocre on defense, but offensively are putting up points. We have to look at over the total of 50.5 in this play. There's just no other way to bet it. Miami now going into Atlanta. Atlanta -7. Now, I don't know if you guys remember this, but like 5 weeks ago, I told you I knew a person who knew the owner of the Miami Dolphins and that there was no way Mike McDaniel was going to get fired, that the owner of the Miami Dolphins is in love with this guy. Well, as it turns out, Mike McDaniel still is the coach for the Miami Dolphins. That is shocking to me. Atlanta, however, is having quarterback issues right now. We don't know where Penix is. I'm going to have to just move away from this game, guys. We got a quarterback situation in Atlanta. We've got a situation, period, in Miami. If Penix does play, I probably would lean on Atlanta here, but there's just better options out there. Buffalo and Carolina for one. Buffalo -7.5, a total of 45.5. And I know it's in Carolina, and hats off to Carolina for playing much better ball, getting it done. This is a team that is on the rise, but keep in mind, they were at the bottom. So when I say they're on the rise, they've gone from a 0 out of 10 to a 4 out of 10. Now they're playing a Buffalo Bills team that we know a few things about. One, you don't want to play them after a loss. Two, you don't want to play them after a bye. Three, they create distance. If you go back and look at Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills after the last 3 to 4 years, they beat teams by 20 points regularly. This is not a team that you should worry about -7 with. Buffalo is going to come out and lay this smackdown on this Carolina team. Take the Bills -7. As for smackdown being laid, the Philadelphia Eagles are done. The Philadelphia Eagles suck. The coach can't get the best out of his quarterback. The quarterback can't throw the ball. Their main defensive guy got so mad and angry at the team that he retired. The Eagles are done. If that's your narrative, you need some help, people, because that's the same bullshit narrative we heard last year after they lost 2 games. We heard the year before after they lost 2 games. Come on, man. No team is winning out. Green Bay went into Cleveland 3 weeks ago and lost. What, Green Bay done? No. This Philadelphia team had their moment. They're past their moment. They are now back and rolling, and they should smoke this New York Giants team. I don't know what the hell happened to the New York Giants in the game against Denver. Who cares? Call that game an anomaly. This Philadelphia Eagles defense is good enough to hold Jackson Dart and the New York Giants down, and defensively, the New York Giants are not good enough to deal with this Philadelphia Eagles team. And the same shit happened last year. Go look, guys. Go look at the Philadelphia Eagles' first 6 games and then see what they did the remaining 10. This Eagles team is about to go off. We're going to jump in front of it. I know it's -7. I know it's a division game. I know you people are all excited about some dude named Jackson. None of that matters. The champs are rolling. Take the Eagles -7. Cleveland playing New England. Hats off to the Cleveland Browns. Great defense. Very impressive. They've got to win. That division is still wide open. They're in the thick of things, given how bad that division is and how bad I think the leading team, Pittsburgh, is. With that said, I cannot bet Cleveland here. Now, I know this is another -7 for New England, but man, Drake May looks so good. This New England Patriots team has found a quarterback. Not only that, and I understand it was against Tennessee, but look what their defense did against Buffalo. This defense is playing really well and really, encapsulating Mike Vrabel's sort of personality. This is a hard defense to play against, and this is an offense that is in rhythm. The bottom line here is Cleveland are going to stop teams. They're going to keep teams down. A New England team that averages, say, 28 points a game might only average 23 against Cleveland. They might only average 21 against Cleveland. I don't think Cleveland can put up 14. I think Cleveland's going to absolutely struggle against this New England defense. I like the Cleveland Browns team total under, and I like New England -7. And I know, guys, I never play these -7s. I've just literally handed you a mediocre -6.5 on Cincinnati, an excitable -7 on Buffalo, an excitable -7 on Philadelphia, and a mediocre -7 on New England. So that's how I rate those -7s. But I do want to play dogs, and I do often. It just happens to be what it happens to be. More water. Sorry, guys. This is a no-edit show, and, well, my mouth is dry. Okay. Cleveland playing New England. We already did that game. Tampa Bay, New Orleans. -4.5 with Tampa Bay, total of 46. I was on the over in this Tampa Bay game against Detroit, and Tampa Bay laid an absolute egg. It was a horrible, horrible performance, and mostly by Baker Mayfield. If you watch that game, he was overthrowing his wide receivers, or underthrowing. That touchdown, missed touchdown opportunity was an underthrow. He just really didn't feel comfortable. This New Orleans team is trying, man. They're trying their damnedest. There's just too many points here. Tampa Bay is really beat up, guys, at both sides of the ball. And although I'm not going to sit here and tell you New Orleans wins this game outright, I think this is going to be a 3-4 point game. I would look at the dog here, plus 4.5. Tennessee playing Indianapolis, Indianapolis minus 14. This has been bet down. There is a 13.5 on the board right now. And the bottom line here is this is actually a shitty spot for Indianapolis. Now, one would think, why? This is a division matchup game. The game against the Chargers was a real statement win for Indianapolis, and now they're going to be on a little bit of an emotional drop. Not only that, but it's hard to get up when you're playing the Edmonton Elks or the Montreal Alouettes or the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Who names the teams in the Canadian Football League? The Ottawa Red Blacks, the single worst named group of teams on the planet. But you could throw the Tennessee Titans right in there. They're no different to any of these shitty Canadian football teams. They suck too, although they have a better name at least than the freaking Red Blacks. Anyway, I digress. I cannot take Indianapolis here, guys. No chance, no way. My lean is on the dog at plus 14 points. I don't know how, but I think Indianapolis is going to have a slight letdown. But I think they're going to win the game. And I'm really high on Indianapolis moving forward. This team is doing something special. 14 points is just too much. Dallas, Denver. Denver minus 3. Totally are 50. And I'll tell you right off the bat, I like both Dallas and the over in this game. Talking about the over for a second, Dallas just put up 44 points. Dallas has put up 40 or more in 3 out of 7 games and 37 or more in 4 out of 7 games. This Dallas offense is historical. Now, I said that about Indianapolis. Yeah, they are. They're incredible. They've barely punted. I think Indianapolis tied the record for the least amount of punts after week 6 out of any team in the league ever in history. I could be wrong, but I think that is true. And the Detroit Lions have redefined what offenses are. With all that said, none of them are putting up the numbers the Dallas Cowboys are putting up. This Dallas Cowboy team is scoring at will, and nobody is stopping them. Nobody. And they're playing decent defenses. Speaking about a decent defense, does Denver have one? I don't know. Let's think about this. The Giants are up 19-0, and then Denver scores. And they're like, wait a minute. If we could get a quick stop with our vaunted, incredible offense against a rookie quarterback, we could get the ball back fast, march down the field, get another score, get a stop, win this game. Let's do it. Boys, defense, let's go. 1, 2, 3, hard. Okay. Yeah, none of that happened. The defense laid down and died right after Denver scored that touchdown to get them back in the game. But don't worry. Wait. They have another opportunity. Then Denver goes up on the most miraculous comeback in history of football. And the defense gets together. They're like, we got this, boys. We got this. It's like a minute and a half, rookie quarterback. All we got to do is prevent them from scoring. Please, child's play. Nope. Dead. Laid down and died. That's what they did. They allowed Jackson Dart and a bunch of wide receivers that nobody's ever heard of to march down the field and score a touchdown on them. This Denver defense is not good at all. Dallas should have a field day on this Denver defense. And as for the Denver offense, this offense can score. Now, I know they might put up 0 for 3 whole quarters, but then they could put up 33 in a quarter, no problem. Easy peasy. With that said, obviously they're not putting up 33 in a quarter, but they're also not going 3 quarters putting up a duck, which in cricket is a 0. So with all that said, I think Dallas keeps pace with Denver. I think Dallas is a better team in the marketplace, and I think a better team than the market perceives. I think Denver is a worse team than the market perceives. I take Dallas plus 3.5, and I damn well for sure would bet the over in that game. Green Bay, Pittsburgh, Sunday night special. Green Bay minus 3. Aaron Rodgers playing a team that said, you're done. Move over. Jordan Love's time. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is pissed. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You know, it makes no difference how horny a eunuch is. He still can't put out. Aaron Rodgers sucks right now. Okay, he doesn't suck right now, but he's not that great. And I don't think this Pittsburgh offense is that great. And I definitely don't think this Pittsburgh defense is that great. I think this Green Bay team is getting it done, and I think they had a scare. One of the things we speak about all the time, one of the best betting angles for me in sports betting is I want to play on a good team who just beat another team after playing very badly. So Green Bay played badly against Arizona. They should have lost, but they won. So now we have a good team who played like shit, but won their game. Next week, that is a team I want to be betting on. And I want to be betting on them against Pittsburgh because as much as Aaron Rodgers wants to beat Green Bay, you could be rest assured Jordan Love wants to beat Aaron Rodgers. I am not scared of the Aaron Rodgers narrative. This Pittsburgh team is not a good team. We're going to watch this Pittsburgh team give this division away. Take Green Bay minus the 3 and don't overthink this. As for Monday night, Washington against Kansas City minus 10.5. Take the dog here. This is way too many points, regardless of whether Jaden Daniels plays or not. I don't think that, look, Kansas City created huge distance against the Raiders. I get it. But this Kansas City team is not a team that over the last few years has won by 12 points, 15 points. And also, Kansas City has not been that great in the first half of games over the last 3 years, too. So you might want to look at Washington first half there. I don't think Washington is going to win this game. I think KC is back and ready to roll, but it's just too many damn points. We're going to look at the dog here. That's it, guys, for the NFL Presidential Address. 22 minutes of me. I hope you enjoyed it. Lots of love, everyone. Make sure to cheer for the Jays. I'm betting the Jays plus 200. There's a ton of value there. I know I'm a homer. I get it. But, you know, for all the great pitching that is coming out of LA, are there pitchers better than Max Fried? Are there pitchers better than all the pitchers on Seattle? I don't necessarily think so. And the Blue Jays ate those for lunch, had dessert on Max Fried. The Blue Jays aren't worried about LA's pitching. And the Blue Jays can hit with any team in the league. There's way too much value. 2-1? Thank you. Take the Jays with me. Other than that, what a show. Lots of love, everyone. We'll see you next week.